Welcome. Hope everyone's feeling great out there. Wanted to put together a little video for you. This is going to be another episode of Droppin' Deuces, which I love to drop those twos on you. And we're just going to get right into it here with this 33 Gaudi Russ Van Atta. Great story. Russ was born and raised in Sussex County, New Jersey, pitched for Penn State, only lost one game in 4 years in college. After he bounced around the minors a bit, he debuted with the Yankees in 33. In his first game, shut out the Senators 16-0 and happened to bat 4 for 4 that game. He had a solid rookie season. Then his career pretty much came to an end because he broke a window to save his dog from a house fire. He cut a nerve in his pitching hand, and his pitching never bounced back. So Russ is the man. Next up, we've got 1950 Duke Snider in the deuce. Beautiful game use on this. You know all about Edwin. Led the league in hits this season, or that season. Just missing 200. And as you can see, Duke hit a ball that went 500 feet before it stopped rolling. He's the Duke of Willie, Mickey, and the Duke fame. Next up, the legendary Casey. Casey at the bat. Casey, the ill manager. You may have heard of him before. He's basically the 1950s Aaron Boone. His 51 card is smack dab in the middle of his 5 World Series victories back to back. 2 before it this season, and then 2 more after it, and then some more later on. Love this card. Next up, 1953, one of my favorite top sets, the sickest art. Most of them are portraits, but some of them, like Andy and Willie, are action shots. This is Andy Carey, just a classic Yankees third baseman. Fun fact, Andy was born Andy Hexum, and his mom divorced the Hexum and married the Carey, who was a divorce lawyer. Not sure if it was her divorce lawyer or not, but what do you think of that story? Pretty good, right? Ooh, another 53 for you. Gordon Goldie Goldsberry. He didn't have a great career, but he did have a sweet-ass 53 Topps card. He later moved on to management, and he was actually a scout that helped sign Robin Yount. Sick card, though. And while we're at it, let's just throw out some more 53. I have a lot of 53s. It was one of my first sets that I sort of started collecting. Not a full set, but all my favorite cards from it. This is a sweet little deuce. I think this was like $4 or $3, which is nuts. But Connie was the man. Canadaro. He, did his thing for a minute with the Senators, but he's really famous for his fantastic Cuban career on the Havana Cubans. So yeah, and I guess if we're showing Connie, we could sneak this guy into the Droppin Deuces because it's another one. His Retorado. Love the printer slip there. So sick. Clean back. And this bad boy was my first Retorado card before I got wild with it. Next up is some serious fire. And we're just going to drop this deuce on you. The legend, Roberto Clemente, second year card. And since we're showing it, look at this. Ooh. Whoa. Did you guys know it was the same image on both of these? You know who didn't know about that? Theo. He learned that this week. Tony Southern Collector put him onto that knowledge. Can you believe Theo didn't know that? It's hilarious. But these are some sickies. Love that. Just kidding, Theo. You're the man, Theo. Then we have something that you probably never seen before. Look at this. Audrey Hepburn, 56-62, Hemmett's Journal, Jean Paradin. Look at that. Audrey killed it from 56-62, by the way. Dropped classics like War and Peace, Love in the Afternoon, and Breakfast at Tiffany's. This was one of my late night, good to ending soonest sorted purchases, sort of impulse buys, but got a nice little price and thought it was hilarious and awesome. Shout out to Odge. Then we've got, since we're showing timeless classic actors, we can't skip O.J. Simpson, Orenthal James. Most of you know him for winning the Heisman Trophy. And then some interesting things in the 90s. Innocent till proven guilty is how it works in America. And if you ask me, there's a lot more to it than you think. But rest in peace to OJ. Next up is a pretty sicko deuce. So this is the 72 Topps traded. And I think this is the actual very first traded card in the first traded set in 72. Steve's face, I think they just told him when he showed up to practice that he's moving to Philly after winning 20 games for St. Louis. Love that one though. Just the stamp. Next up, love these Kellogg's 3Ds. Look at that cloud movement. Vida blue. Look at that 71 season. Whew, goodness gracious. See little cracks there. What's interesting is, you see, Exograph, Visual Panographics, that's actually who produced those 68 test sets, that 6 set with the Robertos and all those in it. Looks like they figured out a way to produce for a little bit cheaper than in the 60s once we hit the 80s. The GOAT, Reggie. Reginald Martinez. Really love these Kellogg's. Next up, arguably one of my absolute favorites from the 80s. Wood Grain 87 Future Star Bo Jackson. Look at this freaking beauty. Another deuce. Somehow this was given the deuce. You know, not looking perfect, but God knows what that grader was up to the night before this day at work. Love, love, love this card though. That Rainbow Future Stars. I remember looking for this in packs. That was one of the earliest cards. I barely understood what I was doing at that time. Actually, this came in the mail today, and I think I know what this is. Leave some feedback for Coach Walt on YouTube. Alright, will do. Oh yeah. Look at these. Turn your back on crack. No cane. Bo knows it's best to turn your back on crack. Shout out to BK at Max Wax Stacks. He put me onto this last week, and I was like, holy shit, I need to get my hands on some of those. So now I grabbed a bunch of them. Hell yeah. God, that's awesome. Alright, well, let's keep the deuces rolling now. Don't want to get too distracted. Whoo, 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 whoo. Look at this. Oh, a little blurry. Look at this Tony Gwynn Chef Boyardee 88. Perforated on 2 of 4 sides. It was a little corner piece, obviously. Man. Sweet little card here. Chef Boyardee Classics. Next up, 1990 Topps All-Star Glossy Donnie Baseball. Look at that card. A little batting practice action. All-Star set, 11 of 60. Whew, what a deuce. Good Lord, that's a beauty. And actually, that reminds me a lot of this little set that I picked up. Look at these pics. So freaking nice. The Rob Broder photography. Look at these. Vince. Gary. Killing it in that shot. My man. Funny placement of that outfielder over there. The GOAT. Another GOAT. Whew, Eddie. Look at that Daryl. Damn, that is sick photography. Classic Ricky shot. Another Strawberry. Look at that Barry. Oh my goodness, this photography is sick. Another Gary. Shout out to Mookie on that Mets Gary shot. Another Ricky killing them. R.I.P. to the Rhino. Vince killing it again. Wade. Yo, Wade is the man. After watching those John Wade Boggs fan videos, Wade is the freaking man. Another Don. Look at that Jose. Which actually brings me to this. Custom Jose. Look at this Jose set. 86, the beginning. Blank back. But check this out. Whoops. Look at these. Personal data. The future. Checklist. Minor league stats. SL MVP. Major league stats. His era begins. Oof. Sick little set here. Him and Will. Love those. And since we're showing some custom Goodman slabs, look at this beauty. Stockton Chef. 1987 Pro Card. Stockton's Ramada. So, something amazing about this. Not only that this card is freaking fantastic, but this card is sponsored by a Ramada. Anyone that knows where I'm going with this is instantly my friend. Let's just show you what I mean right here.
George Costanza, assistant to the traveling secretary.
You're the guy who put us in that Ramada in Milwaukee.
You want to talk about hotels? Or you want to win some ball games?
Such classic Costanza right there. Classic Jeet. Classic Burn. And since this is Droppin' Deuces, we're going to close out with another Jeet Travel Lodge, since we're keeping the hotel theme. Look at that young Jeet. Looks like he's 13 years old right there. Look at that kid. Oh my goodness. Well, guys, hope you enjoyed these. Let's take a quick look at what we've got on the table. I Love Mickey, Teresa Brewer, Mickey Mantle pin. Classic mini pennant, 36 Yanks. This is sick. Oh, there goes my Goodman. Look at these. These are stamps. Got these at a flea market. This is from July 6th at Coors Field, 1998. I was lucky enough to be there that day. And this happened to be the home run derby. And every time Ken Griffey Jr. got up for batting practice, we booed the hell out of him because he wasn't taking part in the home run derby. Changed his mind, added his name, and destroyed everyone and won the derby. And it was really freaking awesome. So this is my ticket from that. As I said, these are my cool OG stamps. Look at those. Lou Gehrig pocket knife. This is what happens if you try to show up and take any cards. And then this Sports Illustrated book of baseball. Really cool book. Basically has various players teaching you their position. But anyway, hope you enjoyed it. You had a nice time. Can't wait to see you again. We'll see you on the next one.